Do you have a window nook that is basically unused space? Getting my kids to read is such a challenge. I thought maybe if I build a reading nook, they'll do it. You know my love for IKEA Malm nightstands, like the ones that I used to build the sofa table? I decided to use those same nightstands here. It's nice to not have to build drawers from scratch, but you still get the storage. I started with a frame made out of 2x4s, and once they were in place, I screwed in through the side into a stud. I wanted the bench seat to be pretty substantial, so I actually built the nightstands out a little bit from the wall and wanted to use the back for some hidden storage. So I put a bracket back there, and then when I covered the top with plywood, I just made sure to do it with 2 pieces. The next step was making everything look built in. I kind of did this one piece at a time. There was a gap on either side of the wall, and I used a strip of plywood, 1/2 inch on one side, 3/4 of an inch on the other side. It just depends on your space. Once those gaps were filled, I got to framing out the front. I used a 1x3 across the top and a 1x4 along the bottom, cutting out a notch in the baseboard so that it was a perfect fit. You may be wondering why I didn't remove the baseboards altogether. The floor installers built our baseboards into the floor by not removing them when they should have. You also may be wondering why I'm painting before caulking. I don't know why I do things in the wrong order sometimes, but I will get there. I went back and forth between knobs and pulls. You honestly don't need to add anything. These open fine without those, but I just feel like it looks unfinished without it. I didn't have the wiring for a sconce, but I still added one and then just used a battery-powered light bulb, which works great and has a remote. I just really liked the look of a reading light in a reading nook. As much as I hate figuring out hinges, I wanted the hidden storage to have a hinged top, so I figured it out, added these hinges, and attached them to a bracket I had screwed into the wall. I'm constantly trying to find spots for the large, odd-shaped toys that my kids have, and so that's what this space is used for. The kids also get excited about the fact that it's hidden storage, so they're more likely to actually put their toys away here. There's also an outlet on this wall, so this lid still gives me access to it. This is a kid's bedroom, so I added a blackout shade. Then it was time to address those gaps with caulk. I still don't know why I saved this as one of my last steps, but it was still satisfying and still worked great. I tried making my own bench seat cushion, but it didn't work out that well. I'm not very good at upholstery, so I ended up ordering a custom-sized cushion off Amazon. I went with a color that matched the wallpaper in the room, and once I steamed it, it looked perfect. So big, fluffy, comfortable, perfect for this space. I also ended up painting the walls and the ceiling a color that ties back to the wallpaper, which made it feel more meant for the room. Yes, building this space thinking that it would make my kids read more was delusional. They don't at all. It's still a challenge, but isn't it pretty? And look at all that storage.